Good morning. I'm Jennifer.
Good morning. I'm Reed. It's morning.
Oh, good sometime of the day,
Yeah.
wherever you are,
Yeah.
whatever time it is for you. We're
That's right.
glad to meet you here in this space.
hmm We're here again for another practice of listening to God. That's what we're doing. We're learning to hear God speak to us. Most of us, or maybe many of us, maybe all of us, I don't know, didn't learn that as a kid or before. So you have to practice it, or else it's hard to know how to do it.
So here we are to practice listening using Psalm 13, again from the Message translation.
14.
Oh, 14. Wow.
14.
Psalm 14.
Well, that's what I'm going to be reading. We did 13 last time, I think.
Psalm 14 this morning from the Message.
Yeah.
The beginning words of this psalm in this translation are very familiar to me. And as we read them as a family, they're often something that any one of us in the household can finish quoting that first verse because very attention getting. Now, those might not be the words that catch your attention in a, oh, I think this is the divine family speaking to me kind of way, but they are very attention getting. So let's listen the first time through for a word, a phrase, an idea, an image that captures your attention and that might be the Spirit speaking to you today.
I'll begin. So, Psalm 14. Bilious and bloated they gas. God is gone. Their words are poison gas, fouling the air. They poison rivers and skies. Thistles are their cash crop. God sticks a head out of heaven and looks around. God's looking for someone not stupid. One person even. God expectant. Just one God-ready person. God comes up empty. A string of zeros. Useless, unshepherded sheep taking turns pretending to be shepherd. The 99 follow their fellow. Don't they know anything, all these impostors? Don't they know they can't get away with this? Treating people like a fast food meal over which they're too busy to pray. Night is coming for them, and nightmares, for God takes the side of victims. Do you think you can mess with the dreams of the poor? You can't, for God makes their dreams come true. Is there anyone around to save Israel? Yes, God is around. God turns life around. Turned around Jacob, skips rope. Turned around Israel, sings laughter.
For me, that image of poison is what catches my attention this morning. I've been reading an interesting mystery novel where poisoning is, the thing.
Okay, yeah.
The method of mysterious murder. But the image of poison catches me and makes me wonder, what are the things in my life that I am doing, the ways of being that I am living with, or the thoughts that I'm carrying with me that poison my ability to receive God's love for me today.
For me, that phrase, do you think you can mess around with the dreams of the poor? I don't know. It just stuck in my head. The idea that God is on the side of the victims. You're not abandoned, even if you feel victimized or you feel like you're abandoned. You're not. God is present. God is there. That just came to my mind.
I wonder if there's a word or a phrase or idea that captured your imagination this morning, this time of day. And we'll read again. And this time you might want to listen for an invitation, something maybe action, thought, something else that calls you forward. So Psalm 14 from the Message translation. Bilious and bloated, they gasp, God is gone. Their words are poison gas, fouling the air. They poison rivers and skies. Thistles are their cash crop. God sticks God's head out of heaven and looks around. God's looking for someone not stupid. One person, even, God expectant, just one God ready person. God comes up empty, a string of zeros, useless, unshepherded sheep taking turns pretending to be shepherd. The 99 follow their fellow. Don't they know anything, all these imposters? Don't they know they can't get away with this, treating people like a fast food meal over which they're too busy to pray? Night is coming for them, and nightmares, for God takes the side of victims. Do you think you can mess with the dreams of the poor? You can't, for God makes their dreams come true. Is there anyone around to save Israel? Yes. God is around. God turns life around. Turned around, Jacob skips rope. Turned around, Israel sings laughter.
Invitation. It's simple, maybe just this idea of looking to God. God is wanting to be there for me and is there for me, not just wanting to, but is there. And that there's this opportunity, even if I've spent some time being a useless, unshepherded sheep, that it's not the end. That's not the end of it. As it says, is there anyone there to save me, Israel? Yes, God is there. So that looking to God, as it asked, one expectant person. I can be an expectant person. I can do that. I can expect God to be there and to be active. So that's my invitation, is to expect God and to look for God.
The invitation I hear is to skip rope and sing laughter, to engage in those celebratory ways of being that live into the action of gratitude that flows from my belief, my relationship with a God who is present, who can make dreams come true.
What about you, folks? Anybody? What have you heard? What have you seen in this for yourself? You can write it in your book. You can write it in the comments here as well. Wherever, something. It's good to try and carry it with you through the day. After you've heard God speak, try to carry the words of God with you.
And take a moment to share them with someone else, because as we share, as we tell someone else the story in one way or another, whether it's through writing or texting or email, or like using a phone. Some people still old school use phones.
Or even in person.
Go across the back alley and talk to your neighbor. As we speak out loud or express with someone else what we think we're hearing the Spirit speak to us, it's in that interaction that we can really hear what's going on with God and us together. It helps us to be expectant for what God is at work doing. So thanks for being here with us, and let us know
There's my hand.
what you are hearing the divine say to you.
See you.